Imagine if we had a labubu floating in a borscht.
Dirty Shuggy.
Former Popmart addict here. Today's mission is to stop you and myself from buying useless stuff you don't actually need and to stop us from being eternally broke. So, in other words, I'm doing God's work here. You're welcome.
Let's start. The Monsters 1 AM series.
The first thing we have here is a labubu series. The internet loves to criticize labubus, but I love labubus. I'm somewhat of an OG collector. I've started collecting them in 2020. I think the first collection I ever got was the famous art piece collection by the Monsters. At the time, I just called them the Monsters. I didn't even know they were called Labubus until recently. Like, even though I'm an OG fan, I'm a terrible OG fan. Anyway, I just wanted to toot my own horn that I started collecting them before they became the Louis Vuitton of key holders. But yeah, so this particular series, I actually really like it, but I don't love it. So I'm not gonna buy it. My first rule of shopping that I recently implemented was if you don't love it, don't buy it. Just because you like something doesn't mean you need to own it. Like for shopping, for example, every once in a while I would buy a piece of clothing and I would regret buying it because I realized, oh, there's this one part that I don't actually like about this piece of clothing, although it's a perfectly fine piece of clothing otherwise, like I like it, but it's not perfect. Why would I buy something that I wasn't obsessed with? Anyway, let's just keep it simple. Buy stuff that you love, not stuff that you like.
The Monsters Pin for Love series.
Okay, here we got another labubu. So, this video is supposed to be an anti haul, so to speak, but so I actually bought this. Um, they're cute. What can I say? Like, I genuinely like these hideous monsters. Like, what do you want me to do? You can sue me. I don't care. So I bought this, and I don't regret it. If you love it, you should buy it. And here's the thing that I like about these specific blind boxes. The only thing that's different about them is the color. My identity is not tied to a specific color, so I genuinely knew that I would be happy with any one of them. So this is one of those instances where I say go for it. I would be happy with any color I got, and I was happy with any color I got. Although I have to be honest, I do prefer the slightly more pastel-y colors, not the oversaturated bright color. So I'm happy I didn't get that, but I think I would have been happy with either one. They also recently re-released the Macaron series, and actually, I have it right here. I actually bought it, so here it is. He's hideous, I know. So I actually bought one 3 years ago before the Labubu craze. I'm telling you, I'm an OG fan. This little guy, I bought him 3 years ago, and he's really cute, I think. So I bought him 3 years ago, and then I lost him, and I recently found him a couple days ago. And so the reason I bought this guy was because I wanted a replacement for the one I lost. But if you look very careful, let me put my mic down for a sec. Is it just me or is this one way uglier? The proportions are way worse. Do you see the belly? The do you see those feet? They're way thicker on this one, which I don't have a problem with thicker legs. I mean, but still, this one is way cuter. I don't know if like production got worse, but like if I had to declutter, I'm keeping this one, and I would declutter this one. I don't know. This guy is malformed. I'm sorry. Yeah, I remember them not being this ugly. You know, like that's what I thought when I opened it. I still like him, but I don't love him. So one day maybe I'll declutter. But right now I'm happy with my four labubus.
Spy Family, The Daily Life series.
Okay, so Spy Family. I like that show. It's funny. I definitely had a phase where I bought Anya merch nonstop. Basically, if an Anya merch existed where she did that face, you know the face I'm talking about, where she goes like this. I don't know what the English dub called it, but the Japanese dub called it yoyu no kao or yoyu no egao. Forgot. But anyway, if there was a merch that existed and it had the yoyu no egao, I would instantly buy it, like no question. It was actually ridiculous how many Anya items I had where she had this face. And I've actually decluttered every single one of them. It's insane, like how obsessed you can be with a character and then just completely stop caring about them later. So be careful with what you buy, kids. Yeah, so I like the show, but I don't love the show. So a personal rule I have made for myself is don't buy merch for shows that you like. Buy merch for shows that you love and buy merch for characters that you love. Like right now, my favorite character isn't even Anya anymore, it's Lloyd. Because I realize I like men in suits. Got off track there. So let's be real. Most of us just want Anya, right? Right? I mean, I just said Lloyd is my favorite character, but I'm sorry, what is this? Like, why do all the other characters get such boring designs for their figures? They obviously only put effort into Anya. So Lloyd, what is he doing here? There's nothing special about this figure. He's literally just eating. And also, can we be real for a second? Does anyone like this character? This is the most insufferable character I've ever seen. Like, I would be devastated if this was the character that I pulled out of the blind box. This is why I don't do blind boxes, because the highs are high and the lows are low. Like, this character literally just exists to be insufferable and to annoy us. No offense if you like this character. Let me know in the comments below if you like this character. And then I'll know not to be friends with you. Just kidding, just kidding. I would also be upset if I got the dog. No offense if you love dogs or Great Pyrenees or whatever breed this is. It's just not something I want to spend my money on. Low key, I like this Damien figure only because he's playing chess and I like chess. But again, I don't need a Damien figure to show my love for chess. I don't need random merch to express my love for chess. Like, I like it, but I don't love it. If I really wanted to express my love for chess, I could just play chess. You know what I mean? Not gonna lie, this series wasn't even that tempting. But hopefully, I convinced you out of buying this because let's be real, you buy this, you get the one you don't want. God forbid you get Yuki. And then you end up being depressed and $16 short. You know what I mean? Like, buy the one you want on Mercari and call it a day.
Skullpanda My Little Pony series.
Okay, so this is a Skullpanda X My Little Pony collab, and not gonna lie, it's kind of cute. But luckily for me, I was never, I was never a My Little Pony fan. I never had a brony phase, as you like to call it. So this is an easy no for me. But let me convince you not to waste your money on this. Now, here's who can buy this. First of all, can you afford it? That's like the biggest thing, obviously, but for some people, you have to mention the audience sometimes. Can you afford it? It's pretty expensive. Ew. 3,740 yen? I don't know about that. And you just know it's going to be even more on Mercari. But anyway, if there's a specific one you want, get it on Mercari. If you love every single pony in the series, then get yourself one blind box and then sell it on Mercari because this is not worth it. Okay, anyway, if you love Skull Panda, if you love My Little Pony, I can see this being a fun little purchase. But make sure you get the one you want.
Pucky Tap Tap Baby series.
Okay, so now we have Pucky. You're gonna kill me. It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That's exactly what you're thinking. Don't even lie to me. But here's the thing. Have I ever told you or anyone not to buy something? That's not what this video is about. What this video is about is buying with intention. That's all I want for myself and for you. So, this little cutie, I bought with intention. The second I saw it announced, I was like, I need this fellow in my view at all times. I put it on my wish list, and I think maybe a month or two later, I don't remember honestly, I saw it at a vending machine in Shinjuku. Actually, I checked that vending machine every single day because it happens to be my way to work. I checked it every single day, and the day that I saw it in the vending machine, I got two. I got two. Yeah. Here's the other one. It's also adorable. But I would have been happy with any of them. So normally I buy these things on Mercari. I buy the one I want on Mercari. But this one, I knew I would be okay with any of them. But I especially wanted this one. So this was a good purchase. This was a good experience. Yeah, I love this because it looks like Chiburashka. So yeah, buy yourself a pucky or puki or whatever you want to call it. I don't actually know what the pronunciation is. But yeah, if you want something, put it on a wish list first and see if you still want it a couple weeks later. That'll help a lot with impulse buying.
フリエーレン、ビヨンドジャーニーズ、エンドシリーズ。
Okay, frieren for the weebs. In other words, for myself. But anyway, um, honestly, I would only be happy if I got this one, this particular one, the mimiku. I have no idea what the English dub calls this. In Japanese, it's called the mimiku. Okay, here's the thing. I think I already bought this as a gacha gacha somewhere, like this specific figure. Like this frieren inside the treasure chest is a very popular merch collab item. I've seen it in gacha gacha and in like many different types of merch. And here's the thing, I got it as a gacha gacha and then I decluttered it. So that's how I know that this is not for me. But out of all of the options in this is the best. I would just get this on Mercari. I would be so upset if I got any of the other ones, honestly. Like, the designs are kind of boring. They're just sitting there. I think, as far as, like, here's the thing, the reason I like Popmart and the reason a lot of people like Popmart, I assume, is because a lot of the concepts and figure designs are beautiful. That's why they're called art toys, right? But these are not special. There's no special pose. There's no special anything. Like I literally just said, this mimic pose, you see it everywhere in merch and collabs and things like that. So you might already even have something like this in your collection. You don't need two mimics. You don't need to be Yoyu no Egao Anya me, right? You don't need to be me who had 10 different Anyas with the exact same face, like staring at you while you were sleeping. You know what I mean? Why can't we just be happy with like one or two things that represent our hobby or our favorite character? We don't need 10 of the exact same merch. Anyway, just get the Mimiko and Mercari is all I'm saying.
Why so serious? Series.
Oh, he's hideous. I love him. I don't know what it is about ugly things, but I think it's the reason people like grumpy cats. Just I like cute angry things. He's not even angry, he's just hideous, but I kind of like it. I don't know. Anyway, I don't need it though. Why? Because I already have four labubus that I'm happy with, and quite frankly, even though I like these four labubus that I own, the spark or dopamine hit or whatever it's called has already worn off. So logically, I know that if I buy this thing, it's gonna be 10 minutes of dopamine high and then it's gonna wear off. And then I'm gonna be thinking, why do I have five labubus just sitting there on my desk? You know what I mean? If you don't have a single labubu and you're interested, maybe this could be a good first purchase, although it's a pretty creepy first purchase. Also, it's $42, I think. That's a lot of money for the Louis Vuitton of key holders. So I'm not gonna buy it because I don't need it. I already have enough labubus.
The Monsters X Coca-Cola.
Okay, we have a Coca-Cola X Labubu collection right here. And let's see. So unlike most collections, this only has two items in it. So I guess that means the odds of a secret are gonna be way higher. Let's double check. You're never gonna get the secret. Let me know if you've ever gotten a secret. I've never once in my life gotten a secret, and I think I've probably bought. Like I said, I'm mostly buying Mercari now, but in the heyday of my addiction, I'm not gonna call it addiction because it's not like I ruined my life. I've bought over 100 blind boxes, so at this point, I should have gotten at least one. But I have not. You're never gonna get one. And the only way to get one for sure is to pay like 5 times the original price. No, I've seen the secrets on Mercari for like several $100s. Please don't break your wallet for a secret pop mart. You know what I mean? Just don't let secrets ruin your life. It's all a game. The company is completely using the psychology in your mind to make you buy these things because of the scarcity mindset. You know? I don't know if I said that eloquently, but I hope you got what I meant. Anyway, does it make sense to have a blind box of two options? Is it just me? You'll buy two and now you'll have the whole collection, which is great, I guess, for the consumer, but like, did they just run out of ideas? I mean, on one hand, it's not a bad idea because the designs, these two labubus are so similar in design. Like, I'd be, if I bought it, not saying I will, if I bought this, I'd be happy with either one. By the way, why does Coca Cola keep making these collabs that make absolutely zero sense? Labubu just collabs with everything in the world these days. Coca Cola truly thinks that we're over here like smacking your lips for the next Coca Cola collab, like Sabrina Carpenter style. I mean, I guess there's demand for this. I mean, I guess this stuff sells. I guess Coca Cola is right. There are people who are literally slobbering their mouths for this stuff. So okay, soft pivot because I don't know why, but this Coca Cola thing reminded me of this trend that's happening right now in the gacha industry in Japan. Oh my god. If you've been to Japan recently and looked at the gachas, you might have noticed, or maybe not, because like this is something you will probably only notice if you go to the grocery stores here and stuff. But these days, everywhere you go, there's in the gachas, there's keychains of regular daily household food items. I'm talking like string cheese, milk, um, like random things. So I'll try to find pictures and post. And it's been going on forever, which means that there's people buying it. It means there's demand, and I don't get it because it's literally like imagine if Horizon Milk came out with miniature keychains and people went crazy for them. Does the world need to know that you love soy milk? Like the specific one I'm thinking of right now is this famous this popular Japanese soy milk brand. I'll try to find a picture if I can. But like imagine putting that on your backpack. Like nobody loves milk that much. I'm sorry, but nobody loves milk that much. The only practical reason I can understand someone wanting to collect these is if they wanted to like make a grocery store dollhouse or something like that. Like make a stop motion movie and they needed miniature versions of all these food items. That's all I can think of. I would understand if it was something truly cute like Tokyo Banana. It's not only tasty, but it's genuinely a cute product. Or like even Panda. Like candies I get, but it'll be random stuff. So it's just capitalism. Sorry, that was a soft pivot. Let's go back to Coca Cola. Is it just me or does Coke get too much promo? Why can't like actual cute foods be turned into items? Well, I guess Popmart already does that. There was one collab they did with Pookie slash Pucky. It was basically Chinese foods, and I actually bought some of those, and those are really great. I wish they would do something like that with other foods. I know why Popmart does it with Chinese food because it's a, I believe, Hong Kong based company. I'm not sure. But yeah, why can't we have more like food collabs that are actually cute? Or maybe some underrepresented food like borscht. Oh my god, imagine if we had a labubu floating in a borscht, like the same way that they did in that ramen Pucky ramen figure in the Pucky Chinese food series. Oh my god, that would be so cool. And then like maybe people would start liking borscht more because you know how many people refuse to eat borscht just because they don't like the color pink in their food? Borscht is like the greatest food in the world. Why can't we have more borscht themed foods? So yeah, Labubu swimming in a cute little bowl of borscht. Yay or nay? Let me know. Anyway, you don't need this unless you're a Coca-Cola glazer. I'm sorry. Don't waste your money on this. It's way too expensive. You're gonna get sick of it in a couple days anyways. Yep. There's also figures. Ugh. Okay, I actually like one of them, and it's this one. It's the one with the two mini labubus standing next to it. I think that's really cute. I don't know. Miniature things are just always cute. It's one of my weaknesses. But I would not be happy if I got any of the other ones. So I would just buy the one I want on Mercari. But I don't like it enough. I don't love it enough to purchase it on Mercari. And you most likely don't either. Why? Because this collection is not very inspired. Just because it's Coca Cola, they decided, oh, we're going to make it red and white, Christmassy. That's great. But you know what? I don't think the designs are that good. You don't need this. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm hating on Coca Cola so much. It's just the most random collab. Buy yourself something you love. If this is what you love, get it. But like, just look at these figures. What's there to love? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on. We got some stuff for Year of the Horse. I have to say, there's this new, relatively new IP. It's called Chaka, and I'm obsessed. I already have three, so I clearly don't follow my own rules. So yeah, I actually got this one because I love Chaka first of all, and I thought this pose was really beautiful and archery. I really love archery, so this figure really spoke to me. So I got it on Mercari. Okay, but let's say you want to do the blind box. Stay away from that. Let me tell you why you should stay away from that. Here's who the blind box is for. The blind box is for people who like every single Popmart IP. Popmart glazers, Popmart shills, if you know what I mean. Even as a Popmart addict, oh sorry, former Popmart addict. I don't know why that's so hard to say. Former Popmart addict, former Popmart addict. So difficult to say. I don't love every IP. I like, so the very first one I ever got into was the monsters slash labubu. After that, I got into skullpanda a bit and pucky slash pookie. And right now I'm really into chakas, and every once in a while, depending on like the actual collab slash design, I'll dive into other IPs. But for the most part, I only like two, three IPs. Here, only basically almost every, if not every IP is represented. So your chance of getting the one you want is extremely low. So don't get it unless you are okay with every single IP, which I doubt you are. Just get the one you want on Mercari. I think I would genuinely be devastated if I got one from an IP I genuinely don't care about. Like Molly, I'm sorry, I haven't liked any of the Molly figures so far, so it'd be a complete waste of money if I got a Molly. I'd be so upset. I mean, I would probably sell it on Mercari, but like I kind of don't feel like doing that. Like, time is limited. I can't just sell everything on Mercari. Don't go into the mindset, oh, I can just sell it if I don't like it, because you might end up getting a character that's not popular. Then what are you going to do? You get cluttered and you don't get your money back. So be careful when it comes to these multiple IP series. Okay, more Labubus. Go. Oh, he's hideous. Oh, I hate the eye color. I really hate this color palette. Wait. Wait, his side silhouette is actually really cute though. Oh my god, it's $300. Sorry, why is it so expensive? I'm sorry. It's huge. It's like as big as me almost. I'm a very small person. just so you know. Okay, the price makes sense, but I'm sorry. If you need to display a giant labubu that's the size of a toddler in your house, I mean, you are free to do so, obviously, but damn! And there's a white one too. Okay, I like the white one better. And it's also $300. I'm sorry, if I hit $300, that's literally like not, that's literally half my rent right there. Think about it. How many hours of work, how many hours of your shitty job that you hate do you have to work to pay for this? If you can afford this, great, buy it. If that's what you want. If you want your house to look like a creepy Labubu museum exhibition, go for it. That's great. More power to you. But think about how many hours of your crappy job do you have to do to pay for this? Because I'm thinking about it right now as I'm working in a shady, quote unquote, black company. That's more than like a whole work day just so I can get this thing on my tape. Also, I usually don't buy white, fluffy things. I don't like to buy white clothes, and I don't like to buy white blankets, and I don't like to buy white stuffed animals because it all just gets super dirty real quick. And stains on white things are just impossible to get out. That's why I prefer black, even though I love how white looks. It's just I hate dirt more, so I usually don't buy white things. And just with that alone, I can convince myself, I can tell myself, don't buy it. And hopefully, be the same for you. Another labubu. Okay, so I actually considered getting this, but here's how I convinced myself not to get it. I already have 4 labubus. I don't need more. Every time you buy a labubu, you get that high for 10 seconds, maybe 10 minutes if you're good, and then it goes away. You never think about it again. And it's gonna be exactly the same with this one, even though it's adorable. I love the little ears. By the way, I thought this was a cow. Apparently, it's a horse, which makes sense because it's the year of the horse, but literally, it looks like a cow. Is that just me? It's a cow, isn't it? It does not look like a horse at all. So, the design itself, I actually love, but they didn't nail the horse design. They really failed in that department. I'm sorry. One thing I need to remind myself is like I don't even care about horses. Yeah, I'm German, but it doesn't mean I love horses. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to buy animals that you don't love, even though I do that all the freaking time. I bought this schnauzer plushie the other day. I remember thinking, "Oh, I don't like schnauzers. That's why I should get this plushie because then I won't be mad that it gets dirty." Like, what kind of thinking is that? That's so dumb. I'll never get those $30 back. But I can squish it all I want and like use it as a wrist protector thing when I type. So maybe it wasn't a bad purchase. We'll see. We'll see. I do love snakes, so if they did this last year, I would have probably bought this without hesitation. But since it's a horse slash pseudo cow, I'm not gonna buy it, and neither are you because you probably already have a bunch of labubus, or you're just a trendsetter who doesn't really need labubus, or you're broke and you don't have $42 to spend on a plushie that's not even gonna be trendy anymore. Like if all you care about is being trendy, don't buy this. Labubus are already starting to go downhill because every day I pass by my local Popmart vending mart and the Labubus are all like fully inventory. I can't speak English. You know what I'm saying. The inventory was full. Skullpanda X Wednesday. We got 2 of them here. I'm kind of a Wednesday maniac, if I do say so myself. My friend calls me Thursday because I'm a discount Wednesday, apparently. But isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we like? Nobody likes Wednesday in real life. It's fun to watch an insufferable edge lord be insufferable on TV, but not in real life. So being a soft edge lord is what we want. That's what we prefer. Is what I try to tell myself. Like I said, I love Wednesday and I love Skull Panda, so this is literally made for me. So why am I not buying it? Well, first of all, I'm actually trying not to buy key holders because for several reasons. I hate the sounds they make. This one probably doesn't make sounds because it's a plushie, but I hate click click click. Like I hate that sound. So I've stopped buying key holders. And if it's a plushie, which this essentially is, it's gonna get dirty real quick. And I hate it when my stuff gets dirty. That's why I've never put my boo-boos on my backpack or key holder or whatnot because, first of all, I don't want it to get stolen. And second of all, it's just gonna get dirty. Why would you want that? So, I love Wednesday. I love School Panda. Why else am I not buying this? Well, there's one really big reason, and it's because I don't actually love the design. I like the design. I think it's pretty good, but I don't love it. And I think the reason is because it's actually too subtle. And I love subtle designs. I love it when things are like subtle enough to where the average person won't know what the IP is, but a fan will. But here's the thing. I wish that for the uniform one, for example, they actually just I wish it just was Wednesday, but in school panda form in her uniform. Not whatever this is. It's like a giant bow with the giant I don't know what this is called, like a collar, oversized collar, oversized bow. I'm not a fan of that personally. I know it's all subjective, but I wish she was just wearing her regular uniform. I think that would have been cuter. And I actually own a School Panda Wednesday figure that came out a couple weeks ago. And I really love it. I love that she's wearing her actual dress that she always wears, and I have it on display all the time. That was a good purchase. Okay, so now we have this stupid labubu. Okay, first of all, it's $99. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm literally talking about myself here, but if you spent $99 on a labubu, tell me what your job is because I want to do that job. I think my four labubus combined is probably about $100. And this labubu on its own is $99. Goodness gracious. I actually saw a miniature version of this the other day at the vending machine and I literally stared at it for 5 minutes like it's Jesus, deciding on whether I want to buy it or not. I don't know what it was that like tempted me so much. I don't know what it was. It was like something possessed me. I was just staring at it like it had all the answers to life. I don't know why. Like I said, it was the exact same thing as this but smaller, so it was about half the price, like 40 something dollars. And I was about to buy it. It's the exact same size as this one. It's just wearing these farmer clothes and it was $40. Why can't I just be happy with this specific one? It's already cute, if not cuter than this one, and cheaper, and I already own it. Like, I don't need to be taking up more space. You know what? I'm so glad I did. If I ended up not buying it, and I'm so glad I did not, because I don't need five labubus. I literally never thought about it again after that. It's so wild how the human brain can, like, forget about these things that tempted us so much at one point. So, suggestion, put it on a list and see if you still want it later. Just like I did with the pucky slash puki slash chiburashka. But yeah, if it's gone by the time you decide to buy it, that's great. That means it wasn't meant to be, which is great. Your wallet will thank you, and your apartment space, however small or big it may be, will thank you. Okay, I think that's it for the most part. What's the moral of this video, you may ask? Buy things with intention. It's okay to buy things. It's okay to be a consumer, but it's not okay to go broke for something you don't need. And just remind yourself, you don't need everything that you like. You don't need everything that's cute. Okay, you can appreciate a cute product without owning it. Just remember to be intentional, not impulsive. Okay, confession time. What were you about to buy in this video before I stopped you? Did I help you? Did I stop you from buying any of these products? If I did, let me know. If I stopped you, I expect a thank you. And remember, buy what you love, not what gives you a 10-minute dopamine spike. Okay, see you later.